Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, the 30th of August, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Windies under-19s prepare for upcoming World Cup, and in our feature for this evening, SK and Patriots win by a whisker. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to build and maintain sporting facilities for recreational activities throughout the island. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. The West Indies under-19 Rising Stars continued their preparation for the ICC under-19 World Cup in South Africa in January 2020 with a 10-day camp in Antigua from September 13th to 23rd. This camp is part of the ongoing preparation for the 2020 World Cup in South Africa. Following the camp, a squad will be selected to participate in the first ever Tri-Nation Under-19 Rising Stars One-Day International Series to be hosted in the Caribbean against England and Sri Lanka from December 6th to the 21st. 21 players have been selected by Cricket West Indies for this camp, primarily based on performances in the West Indies Under-19 Rising Stars Championship held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Cricket West Indies has also included 3 players who played in July's West Indies Under-17 Rising Stars Championship in Trinidad and Tobago. The full squad reads Kevlon Anderson, Daniel Beckford, Teddy Bishop, Under-17 player, Matthew Comery, Matthew Ford, Elroy Francis, Leonardo Julian, Avinash Mahiba Singh, Nico Reefer, Matthew Patrick, Kirk Mackenzie, Kimani Melius, Antonio Morris, Ashmead Need, Rivaldo Ramlogan, Jaden Seals, Ramon Simmons, Shea Simmons, Under-17 player, Naeem Young, Jaden Leacock, Under-17 player, and Mbiki Joseph. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Green City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. It came down to 18 runs required from the last 2 overs, 18 runs from 12 balls. The penultimate over was bowled by Jason Mohammed. He proceeded to bowl wrist spinners. First ball up was slammed to extra cover by Terence Ward, but straight to the fielder, dot ball. Second ball, he has a wild swing and is beaten, flew to the keeper. Third ball, he comes down the track and gets a hold of it, but holds out at long off, well taken by skipper Carlos Brathwaite, literally on the ropes. Fourth ball, Adelvin Phillip, who had crossed, goes inside out, over extra cover, and it's Carlos Brathwaite again with a sliding effort on the long off boundary. Skipper Adelvin Phillip is gone. Now it's the fifth ball with Giovanni Tyson in strike. Big swing and a miss, flew to the keeper. Final delivery, Tyson comes down the track, hits it well, but straight to Brathwaite at long off, and they get a single. Great over by Jason Mohammed, 2 wickets and conceding just a single run. Final over to be bowled by Kijon Otley. He too is bowling wrist spinners, and all of 17 runs required from 6 balls. The crowd is now on edge. Tension is cutting like a knife. The fat lady has paused by the bar. First ball up, Tyson swings hard and misses, a groan from the home crowd. Second ball, slug sweep, 4, 1 bounce into the mid-wicket boundary. The pom-pom girls are dancing again. 13 runs from 4 balls. Third ball, off the edge, well saved by Evan Lewis at short third man. 12 from 3. Kezran Archibald in strike. Fourth ball, he goes deep into his crease, swings big and mistimes. The ball remains by his boot. Another groan from the home fans. 12 from 2 required and 11 to tie. Fifth ball, Archibald goes deep into his crease again and swings mightily. The ball seems to stay in the air forever. The man on the long on boundary seems to be under it, and it falls just over his head for 6. Huge roar from the home fans. 6 runs required from the final ball. What a game. Final ball, Archibald smashes it through the offside. It races to the extra cover boundary. It's a lovely 4, but not enough. Premier's 11 falls short by a mere 1 run, and the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots prevail. Earlier, the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots arrived at the E.T. Willett Park to engage the Premier's 11, a combined team of St. Kitts and Nevis players, in the now annual warm-up game prior to their CPL engagements. They were officially met by Minister of Sports Honourable Eric Evelyn and Deputy Premier Honourable Alexis Jeffers. Carlos Brathwaite won the toss and elected to bat first. There was an opening flurry by Elvin Lewis, but after he perished, the batting struggled, especially against the spin of Terence Ward, Jason Campbell and Elvin Berridge. Skipper Carlos Brathwaite top scored with 45 as his team got to a competitive 127 for 7 in their allotted overs. The Premier's 11 lost early wickets and also struggled to get the ball off the square until skipper Delvin Phillip teamed up with Terence Ward, and both players batted enterprisingly until they both perished in the same over. The youngsters in Giovanni Tyson and Kezran Archibald gave it their all at the death, but just failed to clinch what would have been a remarkable win. Summary scores: SKN Patriots 127 for 7 in 20, Carlos Brathwaite 45, Kenroy Kotoy 18, Riyad Emirates 17, Evan Lewis 16, Dominic Drakes 13 not out. Elvin Berridge 2 for 9, Quinton Boatswain 2 for 28, Jason Campbell, Terence Ward and Nelson Boland 1 wicket each. Premier's 11, 126 for 6 and 20, Adelvin Phillip 39, Terence Ward 29, Michael Louis 24, Jason Mohammed 2 wickets for 1 run, Alzari Joseph 2 for 19, Akeem Jordan and Dominic Drakes 1 wicket each. SKN Patriots winning by 1 run. Let's go now to the E.T. Willett Park and we pick up some of the action. E.T. Willett Park, moments away from the start of the big game, SKN Patriots versus the Nevis Premier, the Premier's 11, which comprises of St. Kitts and Nevis players. Minister Eric Evelyn is here. Your thoughts on what you expect from the game today, Minister?
Well, I'm expecting a good game. I'm expecting a very competitive game. I believe that the selectors would have done a good job in selecting the team. Of course, I believe we would have, on that team, on the Premier's 11, we would have the best of the cricketers from both St. Kitts and Nevis. And so I'm expecting that it will be a good mix. And I am expecting that they're going to go out there and entertain us well and bat well, bowl well, and show that they could be competitive with the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots. I'm also hoping that persons can come out in their numbers and support the game. Of course, we want cricket in Nevis to bounce back to the days where we had the glory days of cricket. And so I'm expecting a great match today, very competitive. I do not want to see a one-sided affair. And as I said, I believe that the persons who would have selected the team would have done a good job to ensure that we have a great game today.
Minister Alexis Jeffers is also here. You must have mixed feelings though, because Dorian gave us some good showers. From an agricultural standpoint, you'll be happy, but you must have been scared about this game today.
Well, somewhat, but based on the track and the progress of the storm Dorian, we felt that we would have gotten in a game today, and indeed we're going to get a game played here today because the weather condition is almost perfect for cricket. You would have asked Minister Evelyn what he expected of this game today. I expect this game to be a competitive one, of course, yes. But first and foremost, let me say I expect the players to put out their best effort, but also to be safe on the field today so that we'll have their services for the upcoming CPL that would start shortly in St. Kitts. I also expect the cricketers who are representing the Premier's 11 to be competitive and demonstrate to not only the Nevisian public and the Kittitian public but the wider region that they have the capability and the capacity to compete with the best who will be here playing against them for the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots. I also want to say though that I have my feelings about the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots team. I do believe that they'll be able to give us a good showing this season. We've always had great expectations for them in that we have had some good teams over the last couple of years. I also want to say that some time ago we would have heard about Carlos Brathwaite, for example. He's the captain of this SKN team this year, and we're hoping that what was expected of him a few years ago will come to fruition now, in that we have heard about the day, we know of the day, we were reminded to look for that name or remember that name. I'm hoping at the end of this season we love that name because his performances will match what we are expecting, and that the team itself will do that well that we'll see them in the finals. And once they get to the finals, anything can happen from there, but the whole idea is to get there and then be competitive when the finals come. So I go through all that to tell you that I expect them to go all the way, and of course at the end of the season we're hoping to celebrate with them, lift the trophy and say it's the first time ever that the St. Kitts Nevis Patriot is winning a competition in this CPL league. So Curtis, I wish everybody well. I wish you well. Behind the cameras today, I wish the teams well. The outfield seems to have gotten a lot of work done on it. It looks not test standard, but it is a very good surface for the occasion today, and I do believe that the players will certainly put out their best, and we look forward to a good game, one with a lot of runs, and perhaps at the end of it all, I would want the Premier to be proud to say that his team would have defeated the St. Kitts Nevis Patriot team, but we look for the best of all the guys today. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Carl took it immediately, walking up closer to the stumps. As here goes the second ball of this wonderful game. He's driving nicely to the upside, finds the gap. That's 4. Well, there's a man sweeping. I didn't pick him up. That's Campbell, so they'll only get 2. But so they have a sweeper deep. I really didn't pick him up. He did quite the distance of cover there, and he's one of the Nivisians in the team. We also have Kezi, Archibald, and Delvin Phillips, the captain.
We thought that about, right?
Yeah. So Evan, well, it's the other batsman in strikes that was beaten outside the off stump, comprehensively beaten on that occasion. Once more, boxing out the ball. He's driving in the air, caught! Wicket gone, slamming it straight down to mid-off. Well taken by Kezi Archibald. Coming across and locking it in with both hands. Wicket number 1 goes. And the Patriots lose their first wicket. Nelson Boland races in once more. Full toss, he's driving, spanks it to the outside for 4. He just laced it, over pitch, and he slammed it back for the point for 4. Boland, he just drives once more, finds the gap, that's another 4. Lovely shot. There you go, Lewis! Through extra cover, he just leaned into that one. He didn't really lace it, he just stroked it this time. And gone for 4. Now he's back in strike. Pulls it in the air. It's coming towards us, and it's gone the distance for 6. So here goes once more. Comes in now. The ball to Lewis. Lewis is driving, upishly diving forward, takes a brilliant catch. Oh, he was dubious, thinking about the shot, half-heartedly going into the shot and brilliantly taken at point. But he's bowling left arm. Struck on the pad, and he sent him belated decision there by Rohan Als, but he has sent him on his way. Beaten, that one spun. And the new bowler getting some bite here, as was the case with Jason Campbell. He's getting some bite here. He's bowling a little flatter than Campbell as well. Batsman pushed, tentatively beaten. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl, floated. He's driving in the air, but there's no one is going to catch that. But being able to pull it in, and they've gone through for the second run. But that wasn't a confidence shot to get up on the ball. Sweeping, struck on the pad. The umpire is unimpressed. Once more to bowl. He's going high. Somebody is getting on the Devani Tyson takes a catch. He's gone.
And another hit go for the pitches.
So getting the second wicket in the over.
Caught on the long boundary. And the score now
Big
from
heave.
83 for 5.
Picked out the man at long on, and
83
Giovanni
for
Tyson
5.
taking a great catch.
Patience going flipping away.
Watched it carefully. Had a long time to watch
shooting
it.
over,
and
good
took
over
it
for
well.
the youngsters.
Great stuff, that. That's our package for this evening, and indeed for the week. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you are not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.